On the 21st of May this year, The Atlantic wrote a hit piece on Elon Musk, and credit to The Atlantic for their creativity and ingenuity because the title is quite funny. It is The Decline and Fall of Elon Musk. Now, if you want to go and read the entire article, it'll probably take you about 20 minutes to go through everything, that give or take, if you want to digest exactly what they're saying. But really, it's a nonsense hit piece. It's just like the radical left's idea of trying to dismantle and attack someone that is actually on the rise at the moment. Elon Musk recently finished up his time at Doge. He's leaving that to the likes of the young people that are now continuing to uncover and expose the likes of government corruption. So he is now focusing on trying to send people to Mars, which is interesting to me. But hey, by all means, Elon, you do you, mate. So anyway, The Atlantic wrote this article, and the Tesla founder becomes the latest government employee to lose his job. Well, he didn't lose his job at all, and he's the wealthiest man in the world. But anyway, here is what another article has written in response to, well, The Atlantic's pathetic excuse of a hit piece. It's like they've literally got nothing better to do with their time. I can only imagine what the journalist would have done, going, hey, editor, guess what? I've got a great idea. What's that? I'm going to write a hit piece on Elon Musk. Sure. What are you going to say? The salute, my heart goes out to you, that thing? Or what else? What else you got? What about the radical libs running around keying Teslas and Tesla stock going down? How about that? Yeah, include that. Let's go with that. That's great. That's really showing his downfall, isn't it? But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? On the eve of, well, this article being posted, alas, the truth really came out that the stock price for Tesla went through the roof, the highest it's been in a very long time. And, well, it appears that Elon Musk isn't actually in decline at all. He's actually in quite a big upward trajectory. But anyway, Elon Musk has lashed out at the Atlantic's leadership after the magazine published a piece outlining his decline and fall. The tech CEO has stepped away from his public-facing role in President Trump's administration in recent weeks, branded The Atlantic as a zombie publication that was fading into obscurity. You really have to be fading into obscurity if you're coming up with a pathetic excuse of a hit piece. Fake news. Newsweek has contacted Elon Musk through the X press office via email, as well as The Atlantic via its press office, to find out what goes on. Why this actually matters. Elon Musk has been the defining figure of the second Trump administration, leading the charge on several of the president's policies so far, such as the dismantling of US aid, the suspension of federal employees. However, amid mounting public opposition and a disastrous judicial election in Wisconsin, Musk has reprioritized his time away from government work, saying that he has done enough in politics. So what do you need to know? On Wednesday, The Atlantic published an article titled The Decline and Fall of Elon Musk, which detailed a series of clashes between Musk and other members of Trump's inner circle that led to him getting frozen out of the cabinet. Musk clashed with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent over management of the IRS, Secretary of State Marco Rubio over the abolition of US aid, and the president himself over his intervention in Wisconsin Supreme Court election in April, according to the report. So that somehow equals a decline and fall of Elon Musk. Right, okay. The article says that the arguments culminated in an Oval Office meeting in which Musk was ambushed by other cabinet members. This coincided with the height of anti-Tesla protests across the Western world. Musk derided the report on social media, writing on his X platform that The Atlantic was the past and the legacy media fading into obscurity. He also branded the outlet as a zombie publication kept on life support by Laureen, in reference to Laureen Powell Jobs, Steve Jobs' widow, as well as founder and president Emerson Collective, which owns The Atlantic. Yeah, sure. Because if it's one thing that Steve Jobs' widow absolutely hates, it's Trump and Musk. Steve would be very disappointed at Musk. I wonder if he actually would have been. What people are saying. Speaking at a video conference in Qatar, when asked about his political donations and campaigning, Elon Musk said, I'm I'm going to do a lot less in the future. I think I've done enough. I think he actually has done enough. If I see a reason to do political spending in the future, I will do it. I do not currently see a reason. Musk responded to the account named Fisher King, who wrote, "It was possible 30 years ago to create a narrative with headlines like this. It doesn't work now. Elon is going to be fine, isn't in any sort of decline. But the journalists at places like The Atlantic don't get that this doesn't work any longer. They're a bit well stuck in the past, stuck in a time warp, as it would seem. They are in the past, legacy media fading into obscurity," replied Musk. What happens next? Musk has said that he will be focusing more on his tech companies, most notably SpaceX and Tesla, and will participate less in politics in the future. I think a lot of the radical woke dingbats are quite happy and pleased about that, to be honest with you, because it's one thing that we saw when Musk was in Doge and exposing all the corruption that went on under Biden's administration. My goodness me, were people going crazy, calling him so many horrible names, like he's a Nazi, he's this, he's that, and keying Teslas. The dingbats didn't even realize that, hey, it's actually a crime, but also the Teslas have cameras. So who's an actual dingbat to do that to one's car? Like, that's actual insanity. You don't see people really on the right doing that, but yeah, leftist types, they're really aggressive, aren't they? They go after those that are trying to make a difference. Really speaks to the reality, I guess, of what's going on in our world today. But I can't stand them. And good on Elon Musk for stepping away and doing his own thing, because that's what Elon Musk can do now. He's got the freedom and liberty to do just that. And thank you for the work that he has already done and continues to do on the sidelines. But anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care. Be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.